you can make these super cute stickers in Procreate under an hour. In this video, watch as I go through my whole creative process with sketching, inking, and finally coloring in the artwork so it's ready for your printer. Isn't that so cute? So cute! So if you're following along, load up Procreate, load your 2048 by 2048 canvas size, turn on your campfire color palette, and we'll get started. Let's go ahead and start sketching. We'll start with the first layer and we'll draw the reference image first of the cup of the apple cider. So this is the top of the cup. But this is like a long cylindrical type of cup. I'm already not feeling this straightness of this line because it feels crooked to me. So I'll go ahead and erase that and redo this side of the cup. This is going to be one of our first fall inspired. This is just a sketch. Fall inspired themes. We're starting the handle. Our handle's going to be nice and thick. There you go. And on the side of it, we'll have a cinnamon stick and a wedge of an apple. Coming out of here, here are the apple seeds in shape of a star. The bottom will hold a little lip. And it'll be sitting on some cute wooden coasters. So we'll go ahead and protrude that out. Say thanks to my husband for making hot cocoa so that we can really get into the fall festivities. So this is the apple cider, hot warm cider. So let's get to me for the apple cider, maybe a little skin ridge for the actual apple slice itself. Because it's fall inspired and I've got my real acorns here, I'm gonna draw some cute acorns here in the corner too. So we'll go ahead and add some cute little acorns right about here. That was the joint of which the acorns meet. And acorns have like a little hat. Today my husband and I and our son went to the Houston Arboretum, and there was a tree that had acorns, and I asked if they were maple. That's a maple tree. I have no idea, guys. This is the joining pit, and this is the top of each acorn. Let's draw a little leaf that comes out. Let's start here. This is too thick for my taste for a sketch. I'm going to bring my monoline calligraphy pen down to about size 1. There you go. All right, and now we're gonna add that tea kettle behind. So my cat tea kettle. We'll start with the top of the tea kettle, which is a circle, the lid. We'd like to make it a little bigger. It's gonna be pretty predominant in the photo, in the image itself. Go ahead and add the top of the tea kettle handle. For those who are wondering how I made that perfect circle, you make a perfect circle, hold, and then it's making the circle to whatever you drew, but if you want to make a perfect circle, you press another finger down and it changes it to a perfect circle. There's a little lip behind here. This will come down here. And this is where the spout comes out. We'll holes to add a little, kind of looks like almost like an elephant trunk, quite honestly. This will be the hole. And the bottom of the tea kettle kind of curves down and about. Right? Everything else is hidden behind the apple cider cup. This would be approximately, oops, I don't know why that switched, approximately about where the tea kettle would end behind. And we can add a little shadow behind inside of the drink. We do want to make that fairly faint though. We don't want it too predominant, as you do want to see the drink inside. All right. The bottom of the tea kettle should have a little lip. And let's add some decorative fall decor to the tea kettle itself. So we'll go ahead and add some cute leaves in spirit of the fall, y'all. All right, and that's our sketch. Perhaps maybe we'll add some gentle steam lines there to add some depth and dimension, and then there's your sketch. Done with phase one. We'll go ahead and do our outline. Add a new layer. Double tap with 2 fingers on layer 1. Bring the opacity down to about, I like about 10 or 9. This is 11, that looks good to me. Go back to the top layer and let's go ahead and fix this for a second. Let's take a moment and look at what we just made. Go back to, I like syrup or monoline. These are stock brushes on Procreate. Like monoline looks good to me. Let's go ahead and but because it's fall, I like a little organic. Oh yeah, it's like that looks good. You want some like brush strokes. That's too thin. That's too thick. Let's find some in between. Okay, yeah, that's the one I want. So I'm on Kunani, and I'm at size 12. All right, we'll start with this cup. Let's go ahead and draw the straight line. Let's make it a straight line. I'm going to press here and find the vertical line. Wow, I was really off. Same concept here. Press and find the vertical line here. Okay. Scoop and find the bottom. I don't want a perfect semicircle. Let's just connect. And then this we can connect from top to bottom. See, I like that organic, like, ooh, it looks like a marker made it. So we'll start here and swoop. Make our mug. So I don't really like how this came out because it's pinching at the top. True coffee mugs are pretty consistent in depth. Excuse me, in the thickness of the handle. All right, let's change. Because I'm so far off with the straightness, I'll go ahead and move my move my coaster over. And trace the bottom coaster a little bit. Add a little, these bark marks here. And let's thin up this line a little to 6 and draw the inside of the coaster. Yeah, that looks good. Add those bark marks. Just a little detail. We'll add color later for it. All right, let's add the lip to the inside of our mug. Add our yummy cinnamon sticks here. And if you're a fan of cinnamon sticks or pumpkin anything, you are on the same team I am. I sure love pumpkin spiced everything. It's one of my favorite times and seasons. All right. So we'll go ahead and commit to making the full wedge for this apple slice. And I'm going to erase where it cuts into the, erase where it cuts into the handle and where it cuts into the mug. I don't want to get too close to the edge though. All right, so I kind of don't want to mess with that organic line of everything there. And let's go ahead and let's erase the back of the cup too, here. And just have the edge show like it's being pinched in the middle. So the center star is no longer there. It's somewhere around here. So it's, and if you guys ever seen the inside of an apple slice, it's kind of like 5 hoo-ha thingies like that. All right, let's go ahead and a gentle lip here. That looks good. And some there's our little, oh, and let's also erase where the, change the size of the eraser, where the cinnamon sticks are. Wow. All right, so because we moved our coaster and our thing, let's turn off the top layer, go back to the first layer, to the S, and move our acorn. Oops. Freehand, and we're going to trace Mr. Acorn and the leaves and move it to the side. Go to arrow, and I think it's about here. I'm not sure. We'll have to. That looks good to me. Yes. We'll go back to the arrow, and yeah, that looks good. Let's go back to layers, layer 2, and let's trace our little acorns. All right. Look how cute, I got real acorns here. They're not fake. All right, go back to our brush, still on Kunani at size 6, maybe a little bit bigger. Let's do size 10. All right, so I'm gonna just start at this point, and I'm gonna, it's too thick, maybe 7. And let's make the acorns super cute. Boom. By making them a little bit fatter than how we trace them. Things are cuter, like babies and such, like drawings, cartoons like that, when things are a little bit wider, like their eyes are a little bit bigger. So we'll go ahead and draw this point and add the leaves in. Swoosh, swoosh. And we'll do the same here, and swoosh. And you guys can see that I'm making the leaves and everything bigger, again, for that purpose. That looks good to me. Nice. And our final trace will be our tea kettle. All right. Let's take a look at what we've done so far. Looks good to me. Let's go back to, what does shale brush look like? Oh, shale looks good too. Let's do shale for this one. Let's do size 13. And we'll trace, oh no, don't like shale too much from the, whoa, interesting. I've never seen, I guess I've never played with shale before. Let's go down to size, that's a good size. What size is that? We're at size, the same brush, we're at size 7. But the thing about the shale brush is if you tilt your pen, you're gonna get a different texture. If you bring the pen up perpendicular to your iPad, you're gonna get that texture. If you give a mini, it just changes every time you change the angle of your brush, of your pen, which was pretty cool. I never knew you could do that. All right, so we'll go ahead and start with my pen perpendicular to the iPad and trace the top. And we're gonna keep this as an oval and add the, we're just tracing the lid right now. All right, again, same kind of concept that we did with the acorns. We're gonna make this a little thicker than the other side. Than the actual thing. So we're gonna go ahead and make the tea kettle about like that size. That looks good to me. Then from here, we'll add the start of the lip. Again, a sketch is kind of just a guideline, to get you there. You can do any edits anytime. Throughout your drawing. All right, let's go to the eraser and erase this section where the spout comes out. Because then we're gonna move, after I trace the leaf here in the middle of the tea kettle, we'll move to coloring this project in and we'll be done. All right, so I'm gonna trace this leaf line, and I like big chunky leaves, quite honestly. Again, it kind of gives me those fall vibes. For those who don't know, here in Houston, it's been 100+ degrees. And so you kind of get fall vibes right now, because I'm going to retrace this apple slice because I want it to be nice and bold. It feels very lackluster here. And because it's been so hot, everything looks like fall because it's basically dried and a little bit, for better lack of term, dead. So when we went to the Arboretum today, I totally got fall vibes. I was like, wow, it looks like fall, but it was just really sad, dried trees and grass. All right, we'll go ahead and add some boop, 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 boops. Some boop, boops here. Boop, boops in my terminology is like shadow or character lines. Okay, we're gonna do some boop, boops here. Boop, boop. There we go. And because I like the way this kettle looks, we'll go ahead and retrace some of the acorns too. Again, it looks a little lackluster compared to the other things that we used. I think because the brush fills in a little bit more. And again, as an artist, you're welcome to change and edit and do anything you want to your design. It's yours. You're the one who has the final say of when it's complete. And don't be shy to mess up. That's how we learn from our mistakes. Ah, that looks beautiful. All right, I even like this soft. I'm gonna change the opacity down to about 10 or 9, and I'm gonna add, wow, that's the opacity at 9. That's really dark still. Okay, and I'm going to re-add the steam lines to my apple cider. All right, we've done tracing. End of phase 2. Let's go ahead and turn off the sketch and add a new layer. Let's go ahead and duplicate this layer. So you'll slide on that layer and duplicate it, just in case we mess up. Click on this one, and we'll go ahead and go to our color palette. So I've already loaded a few palettes here on my... All right, so I personally love this campfire one. It's got autumn vibes like all over it. So let's go ahead and click on our campfire. Oops, no, I don't want to rename it. This is a default one anyways. It's awesome. Boop, boop, boop. Where are you, bro? I want to use this one. Set as default. Boom. Back to campfire. All right, let's go with this. Go to your campfire. You have it. It's one of the presets. And on the first row, let's go to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 color in, and go ahead and color your boop. Boom, easy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. There you go. And then let's go into our darker color, the last brown at the very end, and color in our, whoa. Let's see what's missing here. All right, so let's go back in with our shale brush. Go back to black. I think there's a breakage somewhere. We're gonna add dimension and stuff in a second. Somewhere in my, does that work? Let's go to, back to the brown, fill in, boop. Okay, that's the one with the break. So we'll have to come here, here. Let's see if this worked. Yes, there we go. There we go. Our cinnamon sticks are added. The inside of the apple slice will be like a light. I'm not going to stray too far away from what's already available to me here. And I'm going to push it slightly towards the white. Whoop. Inside the seeds are typically, I think they're black, if I'm not wrong. If I don't, I'm not going to do straight black though, because it's pretty aggressive. Let's do dark brown. I'll fill those in too. I can fill that in by hand. I'm still using shale. Boom, 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 boom. We can also go to painting and change the, oh yeah, wet acrylic looks great. All right, so we've got our drink colored in. Let's add some light dimensions to the actual cup itself. We'll go back to our color and get a lighter than that cream color, and we'll add the opacity at 100, and we'll add some dimension here at the top of give our coffee mug a little dimension here too. And then I'll take our smudge tool and lighten up. Change the opacity to about 72, give or take, and we're just blending in. Boom. Make this maybe a little bigger. I'm on size 2, and my smudge tool is on soft brush, for those who are wondering. I don't want to over smudge it, because I do want to keep those organic, like it's a crayon or a pencil that drew it. Go back to our brush and go back to wet acrylic, and we'll add some highlights here at the edge of my cup. Okay, maybe change the size to size 4, add a line here, and that looks good to me. I would say that's fairly done. Let's add a little bit of red to the outside of my apple, just to represent skin. There you go. Yeah, that doesn't look even. If we're gonna do it, I guess we'll have to commit the entire way. There you go. That looks like an apple slice to me. Let's go down to the wooden coaster. The inside wood piece is about this tan color that I've been using. And the bottom of the bark, that maybe the second one underneath line 2, the very last brown here. Boop. Oh goodness, I forgot I already added those. So we're gonna have to play with filling in those micro spots. Nice. Come here, brown. Nice. We'll use that same brown, we'll do the top of the acorn, and we'll use that same tan. Let's go with this tan. I believe it's this color right here, the first row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in. And we'll color that for the acorn. And for the green leaves, we'll go to the first one on there. And I'll drag and drop and fill in. There you go. That looks and feels really nice. All right, let's darken this green slightly and add some different color variants on the leaves. Just for funsies, a little bit darker than that. I'm just dragging the color down about 2 millimeters down. That's about 1/8 of an inch. For those who can do math quickly in your head, please convert that for me. All right, so this dark brown, let's go a little bit darker on this dark brown and do the same thing with this wooden coaster here. We're just gonna add some texture, just some interesting visuals. All right, that looks wonderful to me. All right, our cider is complete. Our warm ciders are complete. Our acorn's complete. The last thing we'll do is our tea kettle. I'd like to keep it this auburn red color. It's a very autumn-esque autumn color. We'll put this here and here. Our tea kettle here is black. We have a gooseneck tea kettle. And the lid's gonna be a nice tan color. Really fall vibes going on in this sticker. Reminds me of sitting, man, I'm dying to take a sip of this hot cocoa in the shot right here. It's just been sitting here looking pretty. I just want to drink it, but I don't want to move it. All right, let's go back to that nice green colors because you're carrying the only green tidbit back to this side. So we'll go ahead and change back to our nice green color and fill in the leaves. Boop, boop. All right, so this leaf isn't closed, hence the reason the brown took it. We'll have to close that in a second. I'll have to go back in the black and my shale brush and close, boop, that. Well, let's just screw it and I'll just fill it in with my hand. It's taking way too long. All right, we'll do a soft brush and we'll fill it in by hand. It's odd that I don't know where the hole is. There you go. Yay! And last is this color for the inside spout. We'll keep it that nice tan color. Nice. And our final tidbit would be to complete the tea kettle with some darker brown. So let's go to the tea kettle color, which was this one, I believe. Go down about 3 millimeters down, and let's shade around the outside area. See, I don't like those wavy lines, so let's go ahead and undo and make the brush size a little bigger. We're at brush size 2. Okay, and I'm still on soft brush. I may change it back to shale. Yeah, let's try shale at size, oh, that's nice, size 26. So go back and add that texture just because it makes it look not so perfect. Some here, add a little tan line there. At the bottom of here. And the last but not least will be on the lid. Go back to the lid color, lower it down about 2 to 3, color the sides of the lid, color this side of the lid underneath the handle, and there you go. You have it, there you go. There is your apple cider tea kettle and your acorn holiday hello fall sticker. If you guys want to turn this into a sticker, the last but not least bit would be I would join these two. Take off the background color. This is going to take a hot second. Change the color to white. Take your brush to mono pen. monoline, boom. And trace. That's a terrible trace job, yeah, to be about whatever you feel like a good, comfortable room outside of it is. It doesn't have to be perfect. This has been awesome because before I was drawing with a pen that the lines broke every time I made a straight line. And today, it's making awesome lines. I haven't messed up. Yeah, and then we'll fill in the white. And there's your cute little sticker. It's so cute. Oh, I'm so happy with that. There's your sticker. Yeah. But you gotta sign it. You gotta sign it. We're gonna go back to the screen. We're gonna add my little signature at the bottom. But we're gonna type in ANNAVYPHELAN 2023. Let's go ahead and add a little bit more white under here, just because that's where our signature's at. We wanted to have room. And that's it. Your fall sticker's done. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed me stirring this real hot chocolate drink that I haven't got to enjoy yet, but hopefully you had fun drawing this with us. And I hope you get to print out your awesome sticker if you want one. Too bad I haven't printed it yet. So, just kidding. Enjoy and stay around and stick around for the next one. We'll see you in the next video. Happy fall, y'all.